Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Thomas as always, and today we are here with a special video. I have to do a different intro this time for who doesn't know who I am, and probably this video will be shared by you by many of you. I am Fromy. I have a different channel, this one, and about why I changed it, I'll explain this in the future. And for who doesn't know who I am, basically I was a YouTuber of Robocraft, and now I'm slowly coming back, let's say. But anyway, I'm here with this video because a friend of mine asked me to make indeed this type of video telling about the story of Robocraft. So today I'm not here to tell you only about the story, a boring story, but also to remember you all those good times that we veteran players had during our game time during the last 4 years, and also our meta used and all bugs, funny bugs that were in the past too. I really hope you will enjoy this video, so without wasting more time, as I'm used to say, let's go. Disclaimer, sorry for my pronunciation, I'm Italian, so I'll try my best. So let's start from the beginning, where everything started when the game was released for the first time. Robocraft delivered the first game version on the 3rd May 2013. There wasn't so much. You were able to build, test your robot into a map. 2 months later they implemented the AI intelligence with robots driving to the map, being able to shoot them and then collect robot points. Robot points, also known as RP, were the basic in-game currency needed to repair your robots and to buy cubes, movement parts, and so on. For then approaching to one of the best updates ever made in the game history, the Touch 3, you were able to unlock new parts with RP collected in single player. 15th July they added the multiplayer for the first time with 6 player limit playing the same map. And 1 month and a half later the Galaxy Cash currency. In the future, the GC coin will become the currency needed to buy special cosmetics part, premium and more garage slots, because yes, time ago was possible only to have a maximum of 3 garage for 3 robots, then you had to buy more of them to store more robots. 9 September they added the tier system, another incredible update, and 4 days later the CPU system. The free gem created the first matchmaking into the game. The stronger and the more parts added to your robot, the higher will have been the robot tier. Finally, after 6 months from the game release, they deployed the first game mode, the Team Deathmatch. The old TDM was not like the current one, 5 vs 5. At that time there was no respawn and no auto regeneration. The only weapons were a couple of lasers, SMGs, and the only movement system were wheels. But hey, we are near to the end of the year when got announced a new movement system, the Hoverblade, a huge update that poked also a second map, Mars Sector 2. 31st October they added the Capture the Base feature to the TDM mode, creating Sonar can play variant into the game. And so, after this boring introduction talking about first game steps, let's get nostalgic a little bit, okay? Not so much, don't worry about that. They introduced the first ice map, the platoon system to play so with friends, and 2 new weapons, the plasma and rail cannon, then electroplates, and all these in 7 months. Do you remember this? The high-speed machine bike C9256, I don't know how to call his name, I don't even know if it's this one. Only 6 thrusters and 3 SMGs and a bunch of blocks, cubes. This robot was the first meta ever built into the game. If you're asking to yourself, no, there was no energy system, and basically you were able to shoot forever. Also, another precious piece of the game was the leaderboard displayed on the garage bay, reporting the scores of all your friends. And here I joined the game for the first time. And my first battle was in the ice map. Attach 3 was different.
Tech 3.
A new version, let's say. You were able to unlock different parts with touch points.
Tech points.
You were able to earn these points by fighting in multiplayer in different tiers for different levels of touch points to unlock so different and new robot parts. Tiers were scaled from tier 1 to 10. Megabots were just a separated class of robots exceeding the normal CPU limit. There were different types of blocks, one for every tier. Megabots were built with tier 10 blocks, usually, the best ones. I remember the Rise of the Walker update that broke the Walker leg as new movement system and the Nano, creating so a second meta of the game. It was so scary for me to join a boss fight battle mode that basically was another game mode they introduced later, and being 10 or 15 little players. Tier 3 or 4 in one side, I don't remember at all, and fighting a Megaboss player, a tier 10 Robo Scorpion Walker with 6 deadly rails, able to kill a little and cute robot in only one shot. The adrenaline was high during those battles. I think I won only 2 of them. Rails were OP, damn it. Tiers were good. The best matchmaking system in my opinion. I'm sure new players can't imagine what I'm going to say, but nanos weren't able only to heal, but also to deal damage to enemies. We are still in 2014, near to the end of the year. They added tank tracks as new movement system and Teslas as the new melee. There we go with another super important update, Megabots. The update allowed us players to build huge Megabots to bring into battles with normal players. I remember best moments in game fighting as a Megabot, super scary to play as frontline, meanwhile behind me 3-4 medics and other robots fighting with. But I prefer to play more as dedicated medic, and I'm sure that you, veteran player, remember as well the Sandwich Bot, a ground sliding robot with 6 nanos and 2 big electroplates in the top, healing the Megabot. At that time, these healing weapons had also the auto-aim target by pressing the right click of your mouse, auto-healing so the nearest ally. We got also TX Cubes, a new boss mode for high level players versus 10 low medium level players, or Mega Boss Battle, same as the previous one, this time with 4 Megabots versus 10 tier 10 players. But a new robot was going to rock into the game, the Thruster Stick. A flying robot made up only with thrusters, there was no camera controls or tilt or whatever, but only 4Ks to pilot this incredible creation. And yes, still no auto regeneration yet, only healers were able to restore your HP points, and yes, also plasmas were used to work in a weird way that probably you are not used to see. Indeed, there are still old veteran players asking for a feature to allow them to shoot plasma bullets all in one time like in the old days. Also, we remember the Mega SMG rapid fire glitch, since there was no fire cooldown, no energy system. Also, you were only able to place only one type of weapons on your robot, like only SMGs or plasma, but you were able to place different levels of the same type. Some player discovered how to get rid of the slow fire rate of the Mega SMG by adding more low level SMGs, creating so a Mega SMG with an insane rate of fire. After adding Mega Plasmas and Mega Hoverblades, RC shared with the community an important news called The Future of Robocraft, introducing for the first time the Battle Arena with the overclock system, plutonium cores and control points, those I was used to call magic mushrooms. Yeah, magic mushroom, what the freaking name. When they introduced this new game mode that now we are also used to call it simply BA, there were also bigger maps. It's useless to say that the gameplay was totally different, and I personally prefer way more mushrooms than the current mining points. One day they announced a new map was going to be introduced into the game, and with it a new game mode, the Pit. 10 players, all versus all. 1 month later we got the Series F, also known as Robot Shop or Robot Factory, where players had and still have the possibility to earn in-game currency by selling to the other players their creations. All veteran players clearly remember that the meta was the double Mega SMG platoon with a dedicated medic behind. Later a new movement system joined the game, the mech leg, and also a new weapon, the arrow flag cannon, and oh yeah, also the missile launcher, super effective versus drones such as the Tesseract or the Deck in a Box, a variant of the Tesseract drone. Arrow flag was working super good, also versus ground robots at that time. Some player indeed started playing with a little Tesla cruiser with a flag in the top. At this point, cubes with different shapes had also different health values and so weights. That's why drones such as the Tesseract were just a block made up with inners, thrusters, and a rather hidden side. After 2 months of silence, the free jam announced a new robot component, the module, such as the blink and the shield module. These were the first 2 added in game, but unfortunately with the modules update, an energy system rework was needed. From the 2nd March 2016, the game added for the first time the energy consumption system. Basically, it is the system we are used to play with right now. Your robot has an energy tank that weapons drain to fire. Another funny thing that I uploaded time ago on my old channel and that you probably already watched was the glitch collision between some components. Also, do you remember the Blade Brick? A drone made up only with wings and thrusters. And here we arrive to the end of the line, that line that was keeping players to play the game. The same month they added also a new weapon, the Proto Seeker. In the first stage of its development, the range of the PSK was going to hit was insane. A kinda meta I would like to say was the Diagonal Cruiser with 1 or 2 Proto Seekers in the back. And now get ready. 13th March, the free jam shared with the community a list of updates and changes that were going to affect the game during the next weeks. Hi, this is Mark Simmons.
Oh, hi Mark.
Players are not subdivided into 10 tiers. What? So we can matchmake by CPU only, so basically they were going to remove tiers. Then we go on megabots, and in answering that question we decide that we will remove megabots from the game in the next update. What the f? Removal of the touch tree and replacement with a new exciting and engaging progression system. After a while they added the Gauss module and the Ion Distorter, also known as Shotgun. The meta after that update was the hover with the Gauss module inside and blink probably in it and 2 shotguns or ions. There was no energy or damage boost in relation with the CPU or speed boost yet. After removing megabots, the touch tree and so tiers and half of the cool game modes we were used to play more frequently, they decide to literally kill the game once and for all. So yeah. Just loot boxes, yeah, let's copy all other games because it's better, it's cool.
Nice.
We old players thought it was a joke, that wasn't going to happen. We knew that loot boxes couldn't fit into the game, but then they announced the removal of the Galaxy Cash Coin too. They also decided to remove RoboPoints to add a green fluffy currency also known as Robits. The game started losing a huge number of players, totally disgusted by the Create Loot Boxes updates and from all those changes about the in-game economy system and level progression that until then was working perfectly. Going on, they added the first Earth map, introducing a new team deathmatch, replacing so the real and the funny old TDM they removed time before. They added the Chain Shredder and so the new meta was the Chain Copter. Oh boy, that one was good. And also the MP module anyway. 6 September 2016 they added clans. Here some player that left the game time ago rejoined it back to give so another chance. Remember the Shuriken? Okay, remember it? That turning and deadly machine with Teslas and Ghost and Blink module. And what about the Paranator, I don't know how to call this, another Tesla bot super fast, also considered as a troll bot. Sprinter Lex update, a cool one, and then the premium mothership. Many players were quite angry at it, but there was nothing to be worried about, and still is just a visual effects, a cosmetics let's say. There we go with another Tesla bot made up with wings, mega hoverblades and thrusters. We are talking about the Aria Coffin. After adding a new map, the Vanguards, and time later they reintroduced the old TDM 10 vs 10 with a new and fresh name. The Christmas Brawl. Personally, it was the first time I saw so many active players again playing all together. Thanks to the Brawl, we discovered also a new bug that allowed us to play the Brawl while being on test mode and so in a different map with players not being able to kill us. We were also approaching on a new build, the Strafe Drone, still in use, but something new was going to surpass it already, the Propeller Drone. After the Propeller update, probably not the first but one of the first Propeller drones was made by Alex Parr, a veteran player's friend of mine, called it Scenic for the insane speed propeller's head. 2nd March 2017, Robocraft announced the beta of the game, finally out of alpha after years, but not everyone liked this new update, let's say, since they removed magic mushrooms and they decided to add mining points. We are close to the end of our story, my friend. Probably you already know what happened next. They added the Little Chain Splitter and the Window Maker, and on May the 18th, 2017, they added custom games. Here we got a massive player return, this because custom games allowed us to build and so play with megabots again. And it was an intense month, that one. Then we got RFL's update, also known as RFL update for unskilled players that don't want to spend time learning how to fly, but was too long, you know. And the Mortar update, an incredible weapon that allowed us to play as kamikazes smashing on the enemy face, shooting to ourselves, creating an immediate explosion, dealing a huge damage.
Guess I'm a grenade.
For then ending up with the Bodybuilder update, also known as update for unskilled players that don't want to spend time learning how to build, but this also was too long. Now, jokes apart, this was and still is the story of Robocraft. I can spend hours telling you about all metas we were used to play with and the emotion we got from this awesome game. Obviously, if you talk to me or any other old players, will say to you that old Robocraft was better. This because there were more players and so more friends to play with. Was more balanced and we had one of the best experiences of our life simply by playing a game. I loved it and it gave to me great opportunities to meet new people all around the world. Now I'm back and I'm reading Mark's tweets talking about reverting many current in-game features to old ones like GC, Dash 3,
Tech Tree,
Tiers and so on. Basically the game transformed itself into a game to play only a few hours. Basically a lot of players were joining, but literally only a few kept playing the game, like only 10% or less. What I would like to see in the future is simply a better and new relationship between developers and community and so players all together. A collaboration, sharing opinions, you know. I don't have the permission to say what others have to do, but I have the possibility to choose if I want to play a game or not. And I'm a human, like you are a human. We have feelings, and when it's hard for us, but I'll take me as an example, it's hard for me to see a game falling down without doing anything. It's hard for me to see that game going down, that game that for years gave me a lot of emotions, you know. It's like your friend, if you see your friend that is going to make a mistake, you would like to help him, to stop him before. But we players, we don't have the power because no one listened to us days ago. Now you're doing, but damn it, 2 years later, that's a lot. Now I don't know when you are watching this video, probably many changes got already implemented, but yeah, that's right, that's okay, that's fine. But I mean, this is the situation now. Basically inside a player there are two sides, one that loves the game for what it was, and another one, the opposite, that is constantly fighting because he doesn't love the new Robocraft, let's say. So it's up to you to keep a player playing your game. To keep playing Robocraft, because remember, Robocraft is not only a game, is something original, something new, that no one ever seen before. That's why it was so popular, because of its incredible features inside, features of fun. Keep the originality and care about your community. These are the only advices that I can give to you for a better game, for a game that we loved, and so for a game that we will always love. Cheers.